Welcome to everyone. Today we are going to start a new topic, that is Fourier transform method. Joseph Fourier, a French mathematician, had invented a method called Fourier transform in 1801 to explain the flow of heat around an anchor ring. It has become a powerful tool in diverse fields of science and engineering. It can provide a means of solving unwidely equations that describes dynamic responses to electricity, heat or light. In some cases, it can identify the regular contributions to a fluctuating signal, which is helping to make sense of observations in astronomy, medicine and chemistry. Fourier transform techniques have been widely used to solve problems involving totally infinite range of the variables or unbounded regions. In order to deal with such problems, it is necessary to generalize the Fourier series to include infinite intervals and to introduce the concept of Fourier integral. So, let us first talk about Fourier integral representation of the function. As we know, in case of Fourier series representation, our given function fx should be a periodic function with period 12 and it is defined on the interval minus LL open interval with satisfying the conditions, that is Dirichlet's condition. Periodic with period 12 with Dirichlet's condition satisfying on the interval minus LL. Then fx has a Fourier series representation. So the Fourier series representation of fx will be a0 by 2 plus summation n equal to 1 to infinity an cos n pi x by l plus bn sin n pi x by l. This is the Fourier series representation. Now I come to that point, that is Fourier integral representation. Of the function fx. This is so Fourier integral representation is of the form 1 by pi integration 0 to infinity integration minus infinity to infinity f of t cos s t minus x dt ds. Now, using this Fourier integral representation of the function fx, we come to Fourier integral theorem, which states that if fx satisfies Dirichlet's condition for minus infinity less than x less than infinity, and if the integration minus infinity to infinity fx dx is absolutely convergent, then this Fourier series integral representation can be expressed in this way: 0 to infinity integration minus infinity to infinity ft cos s t minus x dt ds. This is equal to f of x plus 0 plus f of x minus 0 by 2. That is, at the point x, right hand limit of f plus at the point x, left hand limit of f divided by 2. So this is called Fourier integral theorem. Now, using these two, we can deduce the Fourier transform formula. So, we come to the Fourier transform formula. Suppose our given function is capital Fx, where x ranges from minus infinity to infinity. Now, Fourier transform of capital Fx, this is denoted by f of s or capital F of fx, and is defined by fs equal to f of fx, that is equal to integration minus infinity to infinity capital Fx into e to the power minus sx dx, and this is the Fourier transform of fx. Now, inverse formula. For Fourier transform of capital Fx, this is capital Fx equal to f inverse Fs, that is equal to 1 by 2 pi integration minus infinity to infinity Fs e to the power I sx ds. Now, many authors use different formula for Fourier transform method, but all those are right. So, we should follow any one of them. It's better to write or to mention the formula which are used in solution paper. Now, these are the Fourier transform formula and inverse Fourier transform formula. So, there are also Fourier sine formula, Fourier cosine formula, and their inverses. So, go to that point. That is our next formula. That is Fourier sine transform of capital Fx, where x ranges from 0 to infinity. Okay. So, this denoted by f suffix s or capital F suffix s of capital Fx. And it is defined by, this is equal to integration 0 to infinity capital Fx sine sx dx. Now, inverse formula for Fourier sine transform that will be fx equal to f suffix x inverse fs s, that is equal to 2 by pi integration 0 to infinity fs s sine sx ds. So, Fourier sine transform of capital Fx is integration 0 to infinity capital Fx sine sx dx, and inverse formula for Fourier sine transform is fx equal to fs inverse FSS, that is 2 by pi integration 0 to infinity FSS sine Sx dx. Similarly, Fourier cosine transform of capital Fx. Here also x ranges from 0 to infinity. This is defined by f suffix c is equal to f suffix c fx. Okay. This is equal to integration 0 to infinity capital Fx cos Sx dx, and the corresponding inverse formula for Fourier cosine transform that will be Fx equal to Fc inverse FCS, or you may write second bracket. This is second bracket, that is equal to 2 by pi integration 0 to infinity FCS cos Sx ds. So these are the formula for our problem solving purpose, and in our next classes we also discuss about the properties and the techniques to solve the problems using these formulas. So keep watching. Thanks to all of you.